What if I told you that one of the biggest shifts was happening in the real estate market right now and you had no idea? Well, let's talk about it. So, if you're new to this, you may have or may not have ever heard of the term clear cooperation. Now, what is clear cooperation and how does that affect you, the consumer? Well, let's talk about it. So, in a nutshell, you are a homeowner and you hire me, Kareen. Hey, I want you to sell my house. Once I begin to market your property to the public in a plethora of ways, and they have some here, including but not limited to. Okay, always remember that term. That's the legal term. Included but not limited to flyers displayed in the windows, yard signs, digital marketing on public facing websites, any number of ways. Anytime I begin to market that property before to be in line with the clear cooperation policy, I had to submit that property to the MLS. That would have made that property available in terms of notifying the public that this property is for sale to everybody, to the entire public. Now, the purpose of this was because it was deemed that this would be beneficial to the consumer. So, just like if you go to buy a car or if you go shopping with any clothes, you want to have all the available options to you so that way you can have and make an informed decision. Same thing with this clear cooperation. Okay, we're being fully transparent with the entire public. But what's going on? You say, well, let's see. Zillow's bold move to confront off-market housing inventory. Zillow just banned home listings from appearing on its site if they're first listed for sale in a private network more than 24 hours before appearing on the MLS. So what this means, if once your property is marketed to the public, if without 24 hours, I do not post that property on the MLS, Zillow will ban that property from being on its website for the entirety of the time it's being posted. Now, why is Zillow doing this? Well, because now we have companies who are trying to cancel out the clear cooperation policy. And let me just be clear. There are some individuals who believe, hey, clear cooperation, it benefits the consumer. There are other individuals who believe clear cooperation, no, I don't care if it benefits the public. I want to know if it benefits me, the specific consumer whose home is for sale. So you have some individuals who believe that clear cooperation and the policy of clear cooperation should be based on the specific client. So as a client, I should be able to make the decision if I want my home marketed to the public or not to the public. So there's now becoming a dividing line. Either you're with clear cooperation or you are without clear cooperation. Now, the MLS, they just came forward and said, hey, well, you know what? We're going to allow people to keep their property off from off the other public websites for over 24 hours. And then Zillow literally took a stance and said, okay, if you do that, it won't be on our site. Now, we ask these questions. Okay, well, how does this affect the consumer? And regardless of how it affects the consumer, why would a company want to do this in the first place? Well, let's find out. And is consumers have fewer choice. If you don't go with Compass or if you don't go with any number of other brokerages, it's possible that you won't have access to certain properties. And will that negatively affect you? I believe so. I do believe so. However, on the other end of that, what if I'm the homeowner? And what if I have this home and I don't want to market it to everyone? I may not want everyone to know that my property is for sale. Well, in a case like that, I may want to have a more private experience. But at the end of the day, is it going to rest on the actual client making this decision, or are we going to get some regulation coming from the federal government? Some states have already tried to jump into this. So we have this huge fight going on in the industry. You have companies that are in favor of abolishing the clear cooperation policy and are in favor of having private listings because they feel it'll be more profitable. And then you have the other end where companies are against it because they feel, hey, this will force the consumer to have fewer choices, less transparency. This will make it more difficult for the consumer to find homes. And those are very valid points. Now those are some scenarios that could affect the buyer. But what about the seller? Well, when you think about the seller, you have reduced exposure. You have possibly even getting a lower sales price because your property isn't marketed to the masses and it's marketed to less people. The whole idea of putting your property in front of as many eyes as you can is because that will allow you to get the best and highest offer for your property. Just know this is going on. And it's important that you guys know about this so that way you can start getting involved and start asking questions. Because how is this going to affect you? Whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller, we're all in this together. So thank you guys for checking in. I know it's been a while. I know it's been a while since you guys have seen me, but there's a good reason for that. I am knee deep in a rehab going on. I've been at it for about 5 months. We hope to get everything finished within the next 2 to 3 months. And when I'm done, I'm going to post all the videos and all the images and stuff like that, and basically take you guys through my whole journey. But as always, this is Kareem with New Texas Realty. Thank you guys for always tuning in. And until next time. And please make sure you remember knowledge is power and ignorance is expensive. Take care.